Hi, my name is Doreen, and this is how I turned my love for taking pictures into a job. This is meant to be the video before the actual video. So this is me prepping for the actual video. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you see me for the very first time, hi, my name is Doreen. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today we're going to be pretending that I am in the future, because in the future I'm going to have a lot of interviews and I'm going to speak a lot. But today I do not have any of the speaking engagements or interviews, but I'm going to be recording and filming one by myself, and I'm going to be talking about my content creation journey and how I was able to turn my passion for taking pictures and my love for taking pictures into a career and into a proper job. That's what this video is about. So if I was preparing for a proper interview, I would have to get my hair done, dress up, get my makeup done, and get my nails done. My nails are kind of already done. I have press-ons, right? But I want to change the color to white. I kind of already started, but I want to change the color to white. I also need to wash my hair and get it done. I'm going to be doing a ponytail as per usual, but I need to wash my hair and get it done. What does I need to do? I need to iron the clothes I'm going to be wearing. Because if I'm going for an interview, I'm not going to be wearing rumpled clothes, would I? No. Even though I'm going to iron only the front, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to iron my clothes. I'm going to iron what I'm wearing for this interview. I am going to get my makeup done. Something very simple. I'm not doing lashes, just a very simple bit. What else am I doing? Hair, makeup, nails, iron, and yeah.
And if you don't get anything but this, it'll be worth you coming. Stop looking at how far you have to go and start celebrating how far you've come. Amen? Stop thinking about how far you have to go and everything that's still wrong with you and everything that's wrong in your life and everything that's wrong with your kids and everything that's wrong with your job, and just learn to celebrate the good things, the positive things. The more you make out of the good things, the smaller the bad things will become. And don't we tend to focus on the bad stuff?
Okay guys, so hair is done. I'm not sure if I want to attach anything as a pony anymore. I'm not sure, we're going to see. But I didn't film it because I just wanted to be very, very, very quick. And I was quick. So next up, let's beat my face. I think I discovered my love for taking pictures after I left high school. At the time, I was learning makeup. Okay, I love makeup so much. I was learning how to do makeup and I was learning by myself through YouTube videos and stuff like that. And it required that I practice a lot. Like I was practicing makeup a lot. I practiced on myself, practice on my brothers. Yes, I practiced on my brothers and practicing on myself a lot. I also had to be taking a lot of pictures, right? Because I wanted to replicate the looks I've seen online. And I think that was when I really started to love taking pictures, because I'll do one look and take so many pictures. I'll do another look and take so many pictures. And that's just how it started. That just grew into me loving taking pictures in general. So if I go to church, I'm one of those people that has to take a picture every Sunday. And besides Sunday, even when I was at home, I would do my makeup because I was practicing makeup a lot, and I would wear nice clothes and take a lot of pictures. I think that's when my love for the whole glam of doing your makeup, looking nice, and taking pictures actually started. I actually didn't know there was anything called content creation at some point in my life. But at the time when I decided that, okay, I was going to take this seriously, I already used to post on my Instagram page a lot. Okay, so I already had about 2,000 followers or something, or 1,000, I don't know, but I had almost 2,000 followers or even 2,000 followers. And because I've always been one of those people that can't do just one thing, I was in school, but I knew that I had to be doing something else. I just knew that I couldn't just be go to class, come back, read your book, and that's it. So I was looking for something else to do, and I had tried to start a business, and I just never started. It just didn't work. I want to start a fashion business, okay? And one day I just told my friend, you know what? I take a lot of pictures as a hobby. I'm just always taking pictures. Like every other week, I'm doing my makeup, getting ready, and taking pictures just to post on Instagram and post on my WhatsApp status. How about I take this seriously? Okay. At the time, Akin Faminu, he's a men's fashion blogger and content creator. He's a very big one. And at the time, Akin was just, I think he had just graduated from my school. He actually is a doctor. And I'm like, if Akin can do it, if Akin can be a doctor and do this, because I used to see his Instagram page, but I didn't know that what he was doing was called content creation. I didn't know, like, I just knew that brands used to give him clothes to wear and he would make money from that. Okay. So I just decided, you know what, just the same way Akin took his own seriously, I'm going to take this taking pictures thing seriously, and I'm going to just start being more intentional about posting, like just brand myself as a blogger, okay, as a fashion blogger. I don't even think I used to call myself a creator then. I just need to brand myself as a fashion blogger or influencer. And around that time, the term influencer was becoming very popular. So I'm like, okay, I would just tag myself as a fashion influencer or a blogger. So that was literally it. I didn't know content creation was a thing. I think I started to call it content creation in 2020 after like 1 year of doing it. That's when I realized that okay, this is actually an entire market. Okay, this is actually an entire career. But yeah. So when I started, I used to do fashion, and I just really loved the idea of wearing nice clothes, posting nice pictures, and brands giving you free clothes. That was just what it was for me. So I started with fashion. I would buy thrifted clothes and I would just try and style them and then take a lot of pictures. So I just used to do shoots and shoots on weekends. Sometimes I use my phone, sometimes I use a friend's phone, but I just used to take a lot of pictures, and I was being very intentional about posting. So I'd post like 3, 4 times in a week. And yeah, that's just what it was really. In 2020, when the lockdown started, I started feeling very unfulfilled. The fashion thing wasn't giving me any more fulfillment because I just felt like my purpose on those platforms was a lot more than just posting nice pictures and getting fire, fire, love, love in my comments. Like it just felt so unfulfilling. My entire life felt unfulfilling. And I've talked about this a few times, and it was just because I wasn't putting God first in my life, and I wasn't making him priority in my life. So the moment I did that, the moment I said, you know what, I'm gonna get serious about my work with God and my relationship with God. I'm trying to understand this faith that I believe in. I'm going to understand why I'm a Christian, and I'm going to do it and take it seriously. Around that period, God started to change a lot of things in my heart and in my mind. And then I also started to see things very differently. And then he started to, nudge me to share and talk about him on my platforms. Because prior to that, you would never find, if I post anything God related, then it's probably, oh, happy Sunday, God loves you, or something, or this is what I learned in church. I did not used to consciously try to talk about God. I even thought it was weird. Okay. So yes, in 2020, I think in June, my content started to shift. I started to become more conscious about talking about God, talking about my faith, my journey as a Christian, and the process that God was taking me through. And I think that was when my content shifted. And it has shifted so many times since then, but that was when I started to be intentional about making impact and helping people. And God really just held my hand through that process, because He used to tell me things to put as captions, things to say, things to do. When I started my newsletter, that wasn't like, it was a God idea. Oh, start a newsletter, start sending letters to people, all those types of things. It was really the Holy Spirit just inspiring me to share, and that's what I did really. Yes, I do think so. I think I would have been quite successful if I decided to be headstrong and stay in that fashion niche, because I actually tried. After I got even like redirected my content and I was starting to share more faith stuff, I still was very conscious of the numbers and the accolades that fashion creators used to get. So I still used to try to do fashion content, even though it was very frustrating, unfulfilling. It just used to make me so unhappy, and it just wasn't giving. But I was doing it because I thought this was going to help me grow my page and get brand deals and all of that. So I feel like if I stayed in fashion, I'd have definitely done well, because it's not even like I was doing badly when I was doing it. I was still doing quite good. I just wasn't fulfilled. And that's what is scary. Being successful at something that you're not even called to do, it might give you this false illusion that God is with you and this is God's plan for you. But sometimes you can be successful at something that's not God's plan for you. And it's so scary, especially if you're one of those people that you're very determined, and if you really put your work and heart into something, you get it done. And I think that's the kind of person I am. So if I stayed in fashion, I'm pretty sure that I wouldn't have done badly at all. I think it dawned on me that this could actually be a career and a job in 2020 when I started to follow more creators. I started to get more acquainted with just the content creation space and the people in my in my zone. I think that was when I started to see that, oh, this could actually be a job, because creators started to talk about how they were making money from stuff apart from brands sending them. And I started to see that it was more than brands sending you free stuff, that you could actually get paid for doing these things. But I didn't really see it as a job for myself. I could see it in other people and be like, oh, one day I'm gonna get here. Oh my god, this is so nice. This is something people are making money from. But I didn't really see myself making money from it as such. I didn't really see myself taking this thing up as a job. Towards the end of 2020 and the beginning of 2021, I think God started to strategically place examples in my path. People who were doing faith content, who were doing inspiring content, who weren't doing fashion, basically, who weren't doing mainstream fashion, beauty, and was putting them in my path, showing me that this person, this is their job, this is what they are making money from, this is how excellent they are at their craft, this is how much they make from it. And I started to see more possibilities and more examples. And I think that just opened my mind up to the possibility of this actually becoming something that I can do. Okay. And because of COVID at the time, nobody even knew the future of like going back to school and everything. So I was just like, just in case just in case I don't go back to school anytime soon, or I don't graduate as soon as I think I would, there has to be something that sustains me, right? And that's when I started to see, okay, content creation can actually be a job for me. I can actually work with brands. I can actually make money from digital products. I can actually make money from my YouTube channel, and I can actually build a strong and thriving community. And I think I started to now see possibilities of me being bigger than I was at the time. And I started to dream bigger, basically. I think it was around 2021, beginning of 2021, I started to dream bigger. It's actually been quite interesting and fulfilling. I'm not even going to lie. I mean, after I started to see possibilities, and I started to say, you know what? I'm going to go hard. I'm going to get this. I'm going to do this. This is something that can be a career for me. I'm going to build something solid out of this. And that was like in the beginning of 2021. And then God told me to go off Instagram. And so, like, so it was quite interesting because I was starting to see this thing as something I could possibly do, for the rest of my life. And now I'm going off it. I've talked about this break and everything in another video. So if you're very interested, you can check it out here. But yeah, when I came back in February, at this time, my mind was renewed and I had a different perspective to content creation and everything. I had bigger dreams, I had a bigger vision, and I was more aligned with God than I've ever been in my life. So it's been quite fulfilling, although it's been a lot of work, because if you're going to take this seriously, that means you're going to be consistent, that means you're going to be excellent. Okay, so I started to put in more energy into the kinds of content I created. I started to put more thought into it. I started to watch more videos that were enlightening, follow people. I started to study creators and be inspired rather than compare myself. I started to put in more thought into my storytelling, my craft, everything. I started to just take it more seriously. So it's a lot more work, okay? And building a community is a lot of work. Building your personal brand is a lot of work. But I feel like God has carried me through this process. God has multiplied my efforts. I mean, I can plant the seed, I can water it, but it's God that causes it to grow. So I know that God is still very, 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 in fact, it's the entire reason I do this. But I know that it's still a lot of work. It's very interesting, very fulfilling, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I've had to take courses. I talked about this before because I started to see more possibilities, more job opportunities. I started to take social media marketing courses, digital marketing courses, started learning about things that I typically wouldn't have been interested in, right? But I started learning all these things, taking notes when I'm watching certain YouTube videos, learning all the things I can learn, and just trying to build my knowledge base, my skill. I've gotten a lot better with editing, so many things. So that's how the journey has been so far. I think my advice to anyone who is just starting out is align with God, because once you align with God's plan and what He have you do on your platform, you find fulfillment. Okay, because if you're trying to copy what everyone else is doing, you're trying to do what's more popular, what's most popular, it's going to get you frustrated. You're going to get tired. If the numbers are not adding up, you'll be very tired. But when you're aligned with God and you know that this is what He will have you do, even when you're not getting the numbers, because trust me, content creation is it can be one of the most frustrating jobs ever, because you can put in so much work and like it's not even reflecting in the results at all. Okay, it happens a lot of times. So but if you're aligned with God's plan and you know that this is what He will have you do, even when that is happening, there's still a sense of fulfillment that last, this is what God will have me do. You can go back to Him and say, God, you said I should do this. This is what it feels like. And He can just assure you, okay, you have this assurance that I'm right where I'm meant to be, doing what I'm meant to do. So that's the first piece of advice I'd give anybody. Please align with God and let Him give you your template. Okay. Another thing I'll say is please be excellent. Excellence is so attractive. Okay, when you put a lot of work into your craft, it will show and people can see it and brands can see it. Even though I haven't gotten to the point where I'm making millions from content creation, I know the time is going to come, and I'm still going to continue building my craft, being more excellent at what I do. So you can watch my video from 2 months ago and watch my video now and see that something has changed. That's like my it's my principle of living. You have to have grown, you have to have improved somehow. So just improve on your craft. It doesn't matter if the numbers are adding up. If you're not consistent, even when the numbers are not there, when the numbers start flooding in, there'll be nothing for them to watch, nothing to make them stay. So consistency is so important. And lastly, community. Don't go alone. This is something that I really struggled with, because this content creation space, you might just feel like, how do I reach out to this person? Everybody just looks so stuck up. Everybody looks like they're getting it right. Nobody's struggling with anything. So community is something that we don't really have a lot of in our industry, unfortunately, because everybody just seems like they're going alone. And even when people make friends, it's just like 2 people, 3 people, and you just feel left out. No one to share your struggle with, no one to collaborate with. But community is so important. You need to have at least 1, 2 people, 3 people, and if you can have an entire group of people that can, pour into you, you can pour into them, you guys can learn from each other and just, talk about these things and grow and collaborate. That would be amazing. And this is the perfect time to tell you about something I've been working on for such a long time, the Purposeful Creators Collective. And the aim of this collective is basically to equip and build creators and raise a generation of creators who are thriving in excellence, value, and impact. I talk a lot about these things, and I know that there are so many people who need the guidance, the resources, the coaching to become better creators, because we need more people taking up the media space. Another mission that we have is to breed community amongst creators. Like I just said, this is something that I didn't really have a lot of starting out, and it's something I wish I had. And the collective is basically going to bring creators together to rub minds, to help each other, to collaborate, to support each other, to hang out and just have fun. It's like so important that we come together in these times. Okay, if you're going to make impact, if you're going to shift culture, there's no one-man army. We have to go together. And lastly, the collective is here to help creators build a healthy relationship with social media. This is also something that I wish someone taught me when I started out, because I had such an unhealthy relationship with social media, my identity. I struggled a lot with comparison and so many other things. And the collective is here to train and teach and just guide younger creators, upcoming creators, and even creators who are already here, guide them through the entire process and make sure they are thriving in their purpose as content creators. If you'd like to become a member of the collective, it's very easy. All you need to do is take our membership course and you become a member. And as a member, you have access to a newsletter, giveaways, subsequent trainings and coachings, check-in calls, and so much more. So if you want to become a member, I'm going to leave a link in the description box so you can head over to the page, take the membership course, and I can't wait. I cannot wait to see what we build together. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.